I sit in front of a camera for a lot of hours of a lot of days and have been doing this for decades, talk about sports, interview people, all that stuff. So of course I don't feel great about SportsCenter going AI and replacing people like me to have this type of voice read your highlights.
Here's Brody Brazil.
Most people are probably just going to call it the ESPN app, but what the company is really doing is launching their own platform. It's a new direct-to-consumer service that ESPN has been working on for quite some time, and it's probably going to be more than just an app. It's a way for a lot of people who have cut cable to actually watch and consume the ESPN product, separate from having any cable subscription. But the one twist about all of this is that ESPN, as part of this direct-to-consumer product, is going to be introducing AI SportsCenter. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Okay, that was pretty good for a first try. I don't know how to feel about this. And I'll be honest, the platform, see, I'm calling it an app, and we didn't know the name of it. By the way, it's just going to be called ESPN, the platform. I understand what ESPN is trying to do here, trying to control their own product. They understand the direction that cable businesses are going, and they just want to be able to have their own literally direct connection to consumers. They want to take in the monthly fee. It's kind of like how Netflix operates. That is a direct-to-consumer product. It's the relationship between you and Netflix. There's no cable company. There's no middle person in between that sorts out the bill month by month or year by year. But in terms of what this direct-to-consumer product is, again, let me go over that first before I really make my point on, and I'm not going to say it in my real voice, AI SportsCenter. ESPN's new platform is launching in early fall, and that makes sense. It lines up with the football season. It's a heavy viewing time and period. There's a lot of ways for this new platform, and I'll call it a platform. It's not an app. It's not anything else. It's a brand new platform, but I imagine it will be downloaded on your Apple TV, your phone, whatever, your Roku, your Amazon. It's an app. It's going to be an app, but it's really a platform, and they're calling it all of ESPN all in one place. I imagine you get all the ESPN channels. There's probably a place where you get all the ESPN social media if you want to check that out. They're literally going to swamp you with every single thing that they have and they offer. They're going to put it all in one place, and I totally get it. They're also going to charge, at the very least, $29.99 a month or $299 a year. I guess you save a month or two if you do the annual sign-up. There's also different ways you can bundle it with a Disney Plus or a Hulu subscription or package, but the bottom line is now you're starting to get into the $30 and $45 a month territory, I believe. So again, this is ESPN trying to spark up new business, trying to have that new direct relationship that exists beyond a cable company or a satellite provider. By the way, there's still a little bit of confusion here because ESPN Plus, which people do pay for right now, I want to say $10 or so a month. A lot of people watch hockey games on ESPN Plus. Because ESPN Plus still has commitments and contracts with leagues and different packages, they kind of can't get out of this. You would have to think that this ESPN Plus is getting sunset. It's going away. You'd have to imagine in a handful of years. They just can't do it right now because it already exists. But that's kind of the confusing part, right? You have ESPN Plus, then you have this ESPN platform, which isn't called anything different. So there's also already been multiple different varieties of ESPN apps and things like that. So I feel like this is kind of like ESPN saying, all right, we've tried eight different things. We've thrown these darts at the wall. This is the big one. This is the last one. This is the one we're getting behind. It's the subscription one. This is the one that's going to change their business, they think, forever. So there's all of that. And all of this, for me, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I don't know. We'll see if I subscribe to it. I just don't know. But there's one part of it that I'll go back to that has caught my eye, has caught my ears, has caught my attention. It's reporting from Front Office Sports, who say that ESPN's new streaming app will debut an AI AI-powered SportsCenter for you feature. AI will tailor your coverage to your preferences and also track teams you root against. Like I changed the pitch there. So we've got AI SportsCenter. Now, I'm somebody who's a product of the 80s and 90s, and I grew up in the heyday of SportsCenter. It was the show. And obviously before social media, which has already changed it. Look, the highlight show format has already been dying now for 5 to 7 to 10 years. So long as a lot of people have their phones and it's free and social media is right there, they want to see the clip of what happened like as it just happened. Because somebody screenshotted it, they shared the video, whatever. I totally understand that. Why wait until 11 p.m. tonight to go watch the show when you're only going to get a condensed version of it when I can have all the most interesting crowdsourced highlights? So I get it. Like, social media has already been killing the highlight show format, including SportsCenter, for years. And I'm wondering if ESPN is saying, all right, this is a last-ditch effort to save SportsCenter by going SportsCenter AI. Maybe, oh, that was bad. Maybe they think that, this is already like, what is there to lose? SportsCenter isn't what it used to be. It was the flagship, the absolute flagship of the network. Now it's all the talk shows, the debate shows, all morning and afternoon long, which, not my cup of tea entirely. I'll watch, I'll listen, I'll peek in, but I don't know that I sit there hours after hours watching that. But I'm wondering if they're looking at it saying, well, you know what does it hurt if we try this? And if people don't like it, there's been some experimentation with this before. I think during the Olympics, didn't they do an Al Michaels AI daily recap? How did that go for NBC? I honestly didn't hear much about it. They said they did it. I didn't hear a lot of, it's great, it's bad. I didn't hear anybody really talk about it. So my question is, as SportsCenter becomes AI, how exactly is this going to look and sound? Right? I mean, as ugly as this is right here, at least you know this is real because nobody would make anything fake this ugly. But I'm an actual person, and this is what you're used to. And this feels, I don't want to say this feels right, but watching a person on YouTube, as you already do all the time, how are they going to make something that looks real enough and speaks real enough and feels normal and natural? Are people going to enjoy watching a robot, listening to a robot voice? Are they going to take people out of SportsCenter? Because that was the whole basis of the show. It was sports anchors presenting you with a little comedy and humor and personality mixed in. And it's the stuff that you'd be talking about and everything that Chris Berman and rest his soul, Stuart Scott, and many others would, all those references they'd be using. And then kids would use them in their own sports and their own highlights. So how's this going to look and sound with a bunch of stiff robots up there? Do people actually, will they be interested in this? I'm personally biased. You know why? And I'm not even going to try and hide this here. As somebody who is a sports presenter, sports broadcaster, sports, whatever you want to call me, I sit in front of a camera for a lot of hours of a lot of days and have been doing this for decades, talk about sports, interview people, all that stuff. So of course I don't feel great about SportsCenter going AI and replacing people like me to have this type of voice read your highlights. Welcome to the NBA playoffs. Like, it's just, it to me, I don't know that I'll ever consume AI coverage of anything on a mass scale. Now, look, am I saying, I won't watch a clip of something that was made in AI or I won't look at a photo? No, you know what? For specific purposes, whatever. But now when you're taking humans out of the role of like telling other humans or at least showing other humans what's important or what you might be interested in, maybe this will do a really great job. Maybe the algorithm will crush it and it'll show people exactly what they want to see. And maybe this will become popular. For me, I think I'll have a hard time forever warming up to this. I do not think it's for me. And so maybe I'm biased. I didn't want to go too long on this, but I just did want to make my points here that I'm okay with everything they want to do here. But the AI SportsCenter just really puts a bad taste in my mouth. And I don't know how to feel about this. And I do think a big company like ESPN going this direction, it's different than a one-off. It's different. And maybe this will come and go. Maybe it'll never even happen. But the fact that they're not even like pushing this and that Front Office Sports kind of had to kind of break this news, it certainly is interesting. So for the rest of this video, let's pretend like I am AI. Please tell me what you think about this video below in the comment section. Also, thumbs up. Really appreciate that. And don't forget to subscribe down below. I would love to see you next time here on the channel. Peace out.